All right, friends, you are going to need your My Alphabet tracing book and a pencil. Make sure that you are sitting in a chair and that you are ready to go. We are going to turn until we see the letter D. We should see capital D. It should look like this. And we are going to trace. So for capital D, you can see that we make a tall man down and then we make him a big giant belly. Let's trace these capital D's to practice. Tall man down and a big giant belly. Look, I made a mistake and I didn't go quite on the dotted line. I don't have a pencil, so I can't erase. I've got to use my marker so you can see. You would erase and get it back on the dotted line. Let's do capital D again. Tall man down, give him a big belly. Make sure his belly goes from the top line to the bottom line. Tall man down, give him a big belly. Tall man down, give him a big belly. Once you've traced all the capital D's in line 1, we're going to move to line 2. So again, we're going to do a tall man down and then a big belly. Tall man down, big giant belly. Tall man down, big giant belly. Tall man down, big giant belly. 2 more. Tall man down, big giant belly. Tall man down, and a big giant belly. Once you're finished tracing capital D, we're going to trace and write our own. So let's do our tall man down and our big belly, tracing it on the dotted lines. I'm going to go right here, even with this uppercase D, and I'm going to do my tall man and then my big belly. Tall man, big belly. Tall man, big belly. Tall man, big belly. Tall man, big belly. Once you're done with row 3, we're going to come down here to row 4. Trace on the lines, that tall man and the big belly. Tall man, big belly. Tall man, big belly. Don't forget your spaces. You should be able to put your finger in between. Don't write them on top of each other. Tall man down, big belly. Tall man down, big belly. Tall man down, big belly. When you are finished tracing and writing your capital D, we're going to trace and write the word dig. We're going to trace it and then we're going to write it 2 times on the line. Let's trace it. Tall man down, big belly. Then we're going to do I and G. Then we're going to write it. Tall man down, big belly. I, keep him in the downstairs, and G. One more time. Tall man down and a big belly for D. I and G. Then we're going to write the sentence, dogs bark. We're going to trace dogs, then we'll write it, then we're going to trace bark, and then we'll write it. Remember, if I've gone too fast for you, you can always pause the video to catch up. And if you make a mistake, it's perfectly fine. Just erase and try again. Let's trace dogs and then write it. So I'm going to do tall man down and his big belly. O, G, and S. Now I'm going to write it. Tall man with a big belly. O, G, S. dogs. Now I'm going to do B. A R K. And don't forget your period so that you know it's a sentence. B A R K. And then we will be all done. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Your paper should look just like mine. Make sure you have spaces in between the capital D's. Make sure they're not on top of each other, and make sure they stay from the upstairs to the downstairs.